Hey Travis, how's it going?
Good, and yourself?
I'm doing real good, thank you.
Hey, thanks for fixing the football field stuff.
Yeah, no problems at all.
I had no idea anything with that at all.
Yeah.
So,
We had
lifesaver.
Yeah, no problems at all. We had some other stuff kind of go a little wonky with it last weekend, but we were able to get it dialed back in, I think, a little bit, so. But,
Awesome.
yeah, but it should be all taken care of and ready to go, so.
Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. I'm gonna mute just for a second and then we'll get going. So far, you're the only one besides me and Riley who joined, so. All right, thanks. I do have Travis on Zoom.
Good, I heard.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good. Kayla says yes.
Oh, good. Haven't heard from Jolene if she's coming or not.
Me either.
Yeah. I'll check email real quick. See if. I have not received anything yet from her.
Who's our new member?
Maddie Costa, but they haven't brought it up at council level yet.
Maddie
So,
Costa.
Yeah, so
That's right.
she has yet to receive official approval, but she wasn't able to make tonight either, so.
Okay.
So it could be me, you, and Travis.
Could be.
Go ahead.
Hey Travis, what's up?
Oh, I got him on mute right now,
Oh,
so.
no, never mind that.
I have myself on mute.
So, while we're waiting for quorum on side business, how's that video project?
Done.
Yeah? Did it come out like you wanted?
Which one?
The
time lapse?
yeah, the time lapse.
Yeah, turned out fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, turned out fine.
Nice.
No issues.
Nice.
Hey, Jolene.
Hi.
How are you?
Sorry to be a little bit late.
That's okay.
You're right on time.
Are we already live?
Yes, we
We're
are.
here, but we have not started
Great.
yet, so we're just waiting for one more person.
Yeah.
So,
And I just saw our city administrator, Adam, he's on his way.
okay, then we'll hold for a few moments.
We were at the Ripon Historical Society event.
Oh, yeah, okay. Nice.
Well attended.
Good.
That's
Glad to
good.
hear it.
Was it worth your time?
Yeah, if you're listening, congratulations, Ripon Historical Society folks.
Right.
Good.
That's great. And I just confirmed 3 dates with Henry.
Oh, good. Yep. I was gonna bring them, but I thought I'll let him handle that, and so
Yeah.
you can feel free to bring that up where I guess programming comes up.
All right. Well, we just told the world anyway.
Sounds like it's gonna be a good couple of some events coming up, so
I
I'm
think so.
excited
Yeah.
myself personally.
Yeah.
Let's see, let me shut off my phone. You've been busy too with your
There's-
work that you're doing.
There's plenty
I see.
going on, no doubt about that.
That's great.
Yeah,
Jason.
plenty going on.
Jason's making the whole world go around.
I don't know about that, but there is plenty of work, so it's good.
Yeah. Making me obsolete. It's all
Ah,
right.
I don't know about that.
It's all right.
I guess we don't necessarily need him to join.
Yeah, we don't need him officially to start the meeting. right?
No.
Is this a quorum now?
Well, you're not a voting member,
I'm
right?
not, no.
Travis is a voting member, I'm a voting member, Jolene's a voting member.
There's Maddie.
Maddie's not an official member, so.
So she's not?
So, and then Desiree. So we would have quorum,
3 of 4 is quorum.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Wow, our community is small.
yeah.
We'll just keep putting it away.
All right, with it being officially 4:05, I will call the meeting to order. Riley, can you provide attendance for us today?
Sure. Desiree Bongers, absent. Travis Liptow,
Here.
here by Zoom. Jolene Schatzinger.
Here.
Jason Mansmith.
Here.
All right. We have a quorum.
All right. I didn't see any meeting minutes
Hi,
come
Adam.
through that, hey, Adam,
Hi, Adam.
that I'm aware of, so we can put those on table until next time we meet?
Good.
Okay. So we'll table those meeting minutes to the next one, and then take a look at the budget, which was included in the email that was sent out generously by Karen late last week, so. Any questions for Riley concerning budget or anything that you want to discuss?
No, I don't feel like I need to point anything out specifically.
We'll start seeing a little bit of
Anybody
uptick in salaries, obviously, as we get closer into the fall. And
We will,
winter.
we will see some more, yes. And we'll see an uptick in 52,900 contractual services.
Okay.
So far, we've managed to not really need not need very much operating supplies and small equipment, so we're well under there. And we haven't really purchased any equipment this year.
So the license fees, I see we're at 81,592 for the year with a budget of 90. Are we still expecting one more payment, or was that it for the year?
We still expect another payment.
So we'll be over that 90
Yeah.
amount, okay.
Yeah, they're gonna, the intent of the rule is that they make us whole to approximately
Okay.
$100,000
Right, and
baseline.
those are funds also just not from Spectrum.
That's
Okay.
the state.
That's the state makeup on that. Okay.
And you feel like you're good with all of the areas as far as a percentage of budget use, where we're at in the year? You feel good with everything there?
I do, I feel great with
Yeah.
everything that's there so far.
Great.
Yeah, utilities is gonna look a little odd because we added a phone. We hadn't had that before, so.
Mhm.
So we didn't really budget for that, but there's room to flex.
All right, any other questions for Riley on that? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion to approve the budget. Not the budget, the review of the budget.
Yeah.
Do we need to vote on that, or can we just move on?
Up to you guys. You don't have to.
Okay, I didn't think, I was getting my meetings confused, so. All right, let's move on to reports. Let's start with programming, and Riley, I'll turn it back to you for a little bit.
Well, we're in fall and winter programming, so there's been a lot of football. We have some high school boys soccer on the schedule coming up, and we have some high school girls volleyball on the schedule coming up soon. And we're continuing our partnership with Hometown Broadcasting, and that's bringing in a nice chunk of revenue again, or we expect it to bring in a nice chunk of revenue again. We have not received the first check yet. I recently confirmed three Center for Politics and People events that Ripon Channel plans to cover in September and October and November.
And then just like in the past, for all of these events and our partnership with Hometown Broadcasting, or, the events with Ripon College, we're pushing all of these out on our social media page, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we are.
Now, when you load that in, does that automatically pop the social media for you? Or it says this is now available, or are you guys doing that?
It's supposed to be set up so that when we start a stream, it goes.
Okay, cool.
And we have changed things just a little bit from last year. In the past, for the college sports events, we haven't live streamed them ourselves, but this year we have been live streaming them on Ripon Channel, as well as providing the Midwest Conference feed. So that's bringing a few more eyeballs.
What changed? It's great for us to pick those up, right?
It is. The simple answer is that we decided to do it.
Okay, great.
Because we can, and why not?
Mhm.
It does, it makes a more lasting event. I don't know if Midwest Conference or if Ripon College is really concerned with that, but the Midwest Conference stream disappears when the event is over and that's it.
Right.
And it stays up on YouTube. So there's that. I think we're doing them a favor.
Anything else programming wise?
School concerts will come up. Otherwise, no.
All right, operations, anything you need to address on some of those topics there?
Staffing levels, we're gonna need to hire two new employees, one for sure. One of our employees, Cole, has moved on to bigger and better things. I think we were kind of a COVID wayside for him, and he did a really good job for us, did a lot of good work and helped us out a lot, but he's moved on. And Chris is unable to contribute right now, but we expect him to return. It just doesn't help right now.
Like in a month, couple months, what are you thinking?
I'm hoping a month.
So do we need to place like any ads or something like that, or can we talk to Hometown and maybe see if they can
I'm
say, hey, this would be a great read for you guys to have?
The last time we needed to hire people, I used Craigslist and Facebook and got sufficient response, I thought.
Okay.
We'll try that again. If
Okay.
it doesn't work, we can try Ripon College, we can try Hometown. I don't know. What else do we do? The city has resources. How would we handle that search?
There's a few ways we could do it. For that particular position, probably, we could go to city website, social media, maybe Indeed. So that would be, Indeed is probably where it would go for that one, just to get it out there a little bit
Further?
further. But
Maybe this is a part-time position, right? It's not an
Yeah.
FTE.
That's a real challenge because it's a part-time position and it doesn't really generate enough for someone to drive much of a distance.
Okay.
If the person's not in Ripon, it's a real challenge to provide a package that makes it attractive, I think.
Well, then let's not forget our local paper,
Right.
You're right,
Ripon Commonwealth Press.
you're right. Thank you, you're right. And
yeah,
we do have a budget.
we usually post in there too.
We have a budget for that too.
Mhm.
It's
Oh,
just,
no, we zeroed it.
no, it's fine. If you have a job description or a posting or anything like that, just
I
get
do.
it to me.
I do, it's time. I can recycle the one from last time. It still applies.
Okay. Get it out there.
Yep.
I mean, is this the time we need to also, because we talked about like the pay rate on those positions as well? Did we make any adjustments to those? Have we increased any of that? Is that something that we need to,
I don't think I have the authority to make those changes.
I didn't know what your budget was, right, if you had that in budget?
I think we can,
Okay, like I didn't know if,
we can probably make just about anything work within reason. But I don't think changing pay rates is in my authority.
okay, I didn't know how
I'd
that
be,
was.
I'd be fine with doing that.
Mhm. I know you said there may be some increases in contractual services as well. Is it gonna be affordable to maybe do a contractual service with somebody to do it instead of having a pay rate?
Sort of.
Have them worry about the back end of it, taxes, benefits, those things, and just have them as a consultant or a contracted opportunity.
And I think what we did last year in the budget was we increased the pay rate a little bit, but increased the hourly allocation
Okay.
of the part-time help and then lessen the amount in contractual services significantly, because we were just in social media and stuff like that.
Right, at that time, yeah.
We cut that out and threw that back into part-time salaries to
Yeah.
not only give a bit of an increase, but also offer more hours.
Okay.
Because we just thought, instead of having them drive here if they came from out of town and be here for only 3 hours, if we could have them here for 5 hours, that just saves them time
Yep.
as well. But
Makes sense.
We could certainly find things to do. Depending on our ability to find capable people who will perform as 1099 employees at a rate that's similar to the hourly rate, within range, not necessarily exactly the same. If we can find those guys, yeah, I think we can swing that.
Or gals. No.
Or gals. Gals is fine too. Gals is fine too.
But we still need the people to come and do the work.
Oh, yeah.
That's paramount right now, I think.
That's right.
Supplementing that with, contracted employees, whether it's calling games, or social media help, all that certainly is something we do, I think, decent. It's just having a bigger staff of those as well is important, because I know Riley's had, challenges with on-air talent, finding people to call games. I mean, it's just on every level we could probably use a boost.
We could. We've pulled a rabbit out of the hat a few times, though. Brett and Matt were really excited. We got the whole department wound up.
Good.
So to summarize,
Summary, please.
Chris, if you're listening, know that we hope that you get to come back soon. Cole, good luck to you. And so now you are going to look at, are you saying sort of in the immediate future, looking back at past job announcements and then refreshing it for now, and then you're gonna look at putting it out on social media, working with the city to get it out, working with our local paper,
Yeah.
perhaps hometown. And then for our next meeting, we might have an announcement of a new hire. Is that what I'm?
That's a very good summary, thank you.
Cool.
Well, I would not be bashful if you have a broadcast coming up in the next few weeks to have your announcers put that in there as well.
Good point.
Yeah.
You've got a captive audience at that time, right?
That's right.
So,
I think we need to tell
There would
people,
be a little
all
spot
of
in
those
there.
people.
Right, so, see if we can use that as well.
Right.
Try to find somebody.
And in the very short term, we'll be using some contractual employees to do some video work for a couple of selected dates.
Okay. All right, anything else on operations? Thanks for the summary. Appreciate that. Otherwise, do we have anything legislative-wise, public feedback-wise that we don't need to mention for anybody that's viewing?
No, no.
Continuing to keep that discussion items pretty much the same as we move forward here the next couple of meetings, just talking about programming ideas and revenue, technology updates and partnerships. And I think, I don't think we have anything new at this time that we need to kind of address currently that I'm aware of, but budget coming up soon? I mean, that meeting, or your budget due pretty soon here?
It is.
It is, okay.
It
I
is.
didn't know if you needed
No, I
anything into that or not.
got a worksheet last week, 10 days ago, and frankly, I didn't see any need for big changes.
Equipment-wise, we're still pretty, because we just had some significant upgrades in
We had-
2021,
We're really,
2020, right?
we're doing just fine, really.
So when is that due for you? And are we gonna have a meeting before it's due, or do you?
There's, this is September, there'll be a November meeting. It'll be done by then though, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we need to advise on, or that you feel, budget-wise? I'm leaving it up to you, you're the director.
Okay.
The less I gotta worry about looking into it, sometimes, you know.
Okay.
I trust your decision on that, but if there's things that you need to maybe adjust, or, you know, there's something you need.
We don't really have a lot of needs right now, unless we were to,
Besides people.
well, besides people.
Okay.
People's the big need, and we have that in the budget. And everything else is really going well. The equipment's good, it's been durable. It's still all production. The equipment quality is just fine. We haven't lost or damaged anything. We haven't experienced wear or age-related failures. And none of the items that we use regularly are obsolete or out of standard. They're all quite good. We're all right. If we were to buy new things right now, we could do some stuff, but it would just be different. We wouldn't necessarily get a qualitative upgrade. We'd just get different.
A question, I've heard some people saying they've been having troubles live streaming to Facebook. Like it would be an issue with Facebook, saying that, you know, there was an issue and it stopped. Have we ever had issues lately with
Well-
the live stream not feeding through Facebook well?
Well, we don't stream to Facebook, so,
Oh, because it
So-
goes to YouTube.
yeah, so I wouldn't know.
So we're not, I was thinking we were live streaming to Facebook a little bit too. We're not doing any of that anymore? Or we
Not-
never have?
Not on Facebook, no. YouTube's been really solid for us.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, they've fixed a few bottlenecks, and I think we're gonna be able to increase the stream speed that we've been using. We've been using a pretty low bit rate for about a year, because we're encountering chokes and stalls that weren't from us and they weren't from the web service. But I think we're gonna be able to bump it up a little bit, so we can make a small but important improvement in quality that way. But they've been really stable.
Just dipping in every once in a while. The subscribers are going up too. We're over 700, you know, on the subscribe.
736.
Yeah, subscribe side, so
That's
it's,
good.
We're making progress, yes.
analytics wise, again, we should probably get together sometime if you want me to go through.
Yeah.
Just a quick review on how we can use some of that, because I think it would be important for us to kind of take a look at where maybe some of our things, most of our, you know, viewers are coming from, and that, since we don't get that on the cable side of it ever, it's at least nice to have some kind of data.
You're probably pretty busy this week, right?
The next couple of weeks I'm a little busy, but early October I'd be happy
All right, sounds good.
take a look
Yeah.
at some things that are going on, so, just so we can have that. And then maybe the November meeting's probably just a review of what we've been doing socially, and how those website update, anything like that, just go through the page and see if we need to make any tweaks. It's certainly easy enough for us to do. Right. Suggestions for next meeting, I believe Adam said he was gonna get Maddie Custer on the roster for the next meeting here.
We vote on her tomorrow at city council.
Okay, great. Great, so,
You said that, you said Coster on the roster.
I didn't even realize that, but I did. Thank you.
Right.
We are slated to meet November 14th.
Now, real quick, we'll
Yeah, go
go back to
ahead.
suggestions for next meeting. So
Yeah.
we should add staffing.
Yes, we
Staff.
should.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that'll be on there.
Do you want to talk about the email you sent this time or next time? That you sent to me?
And we can talk about it this time if you want.
If you want to go back to
I wasn't sure where it fit in precisely.
operations,
In
technology.
operations.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Feel free, let's
Well,
go
but-
back.
Going backwards.
But hold on,
Yes.
if we don't know where something fits, it doesn't mean we should just end the meeting and then say, oops. So anyways,
No.
just know that always, I think in the future, let's not just, if you don't know where something fits, just ask
Oh, well.
before we end.
Okay, well, we've had, there's one person who's appropriated our stream for his own YouTube site.
Okay.
And he went to the trouble of, obviously, now he wasn't really clever about it, it was pretty obvious, so maybe this is a defensive point for him, but he clearly put up our stream on a laptop and then arranged his phone to record it in such a way that our watermark in the top left of the screen was not visible, and then replayed the entire ball game and posted it to his own website with his own social media banner scrolling across the bottom as his own product.
And do we know who this is?
Yes, we do.
But it brings up the bigger question Riley and I have talked about is we have multiple people utilizing live streams and our content without our consent.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, whether it's copywriting or posting something before or whatever we have to do, I think it's for probably a larger discussion at a next meeting to set up some sort of formal policy or program for that. You talk to maybe the city attorney or talk to the state agencies that help with, media channel running, like I can't remember,
Wisconsin Media.
WC,
Yeah.
right.
Talk to them, see if there's an opportunity to see what others are doing. Not that this is a huge issue, I think in terms of, what we're doing and beefing up our protection of the stuff we're producing and his team are producing, it's just not fair for other people to just
Right.
blatantly rip it off, even if it's, even if it's 10 views or, a few people. It doesn't seems harmless, but it could just grow to be a bigger issue, so.
Yes, it's the principle of the thing.
And there are people tagging off our live stream and streaming our live stream, and running it on things, and some of the content certainly is public information, but things like concerts or, football games, all that stuff is created content by
City of Ripon.
City of Ripon.
Yeah, and as technology increases, if something is broadcast from a council meeting or perhaps an event, I could imagine people, if they're allowed to do this, they could dub in, fake things that people said. Again, I don't know if people are doing that now, but I'm glad that we are thinking about this so that we are saying we are the one place that is also recognized as sort of the authority on what's true and right with what was streamed.
Yes, and I think Adam's right, it's a thing for a longer discussion, because one point is that this is ideally content that's created with franchise money, and it's aiding government transparency, and it's promoting knowledge, and promoting everything that we do here. So if someone picks it up and rebroadcasts it, it means that we've gone further, and it means that the mission is a success.
But at the
Now,
same,
if a person just blatantly rips it off and says, oh, we're gonna hide the watermark and put our own name on it, well, that's just ripping it off, and that guy's a jerk.
What's the vernacular without the express written consent?
Yes,
Right? Of us.
yes.
If you want to use it, there's a good chance you're going to be able to use it if you say, hey, can we use it?
Send an email and
Right.
say, yeah, then we
Right.
say,
But if
yes,
you're just
of
gonna-
course.
yeah, no, it's ripping off, and part of it is it's taking away potential, subscribers
Yeah.
to the Ripon channel.
Right.
It's taking away potential subscribers to our YouTube channel, to our social media, all the things that we rely on to get our message out, and on one level, the Ripon channel on cable, Spectrum, we make money.
Mhm.
So having people just stream everything,
Yeah,
we're doing it ourselves, they don't need to redo that, and they're doing it for their own gain, whether that's via advertisement or social media following. There's a financial implication
Yep.
to maybe minimal, but it's there. So,
yeah, this particular person has enough subscribers that there's a small gain every time he gets a view on our product. It's getting a little bit.
So in the short term, my guess is it doesn't help to contact this individual directly because we don't necessarily have a policy, but But theoretically, since no one has perhaps reached out to them, I guess theoretically they might not realize that this is sort of wrong to just use it and fake that. Probably they know it's wrong, I'm assuming, or you wouldn't try to hide our watermark. But,
Right.
No, I think part of it was we have some recourse with YouTube to be able to report
Right.
somebody. So we can do that, but we just need to take it another level, and I think that's just a conversation in my follow-up to Riley. I said, we just gotta do some research on this before we go guns blazing at something. I
Yeah.
think it has to be one way or the other. I mean, I don't think every council meeting needs to have, a big government warning in front of it, do not rebroadcast. But I think some of the content we are creating is outside of that transparency realm and government realm that deserves another look.
And I think that it does point out an area where we can tighten up, because we haven't included clear audio and visual disclaimers at the tops and bottoms of programs, and we can easily do that.
That's just formatics, right? You can add that in easily.
We can easily start doing that, so we need to do that. And that still wouldn't stop something in a case like this, but it would give us firmer footing
yeah.
to raise a complaint if someone does. I mean, most of the time, if you've clearly created the content, the copyright rule is in your favor. But there are also pretty lenient rules for fair use. I think this particular use is probably obviously not. The obvious attempt to obscure the mark makes it not fair use.
Is this the first instance that we've come
That's
across?
the first one I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, and frankly, like if a Ripon football game or a high school football game, I mean, if some awesome play happens and everybody wants to share it, they'll do it. But at the same
Yeah.
time, if it gets on Sports Center, it'd be cool to have the Ripon channel. Not just
Right.
cut out. Or
You want the
courtesy of-
recognition, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Recognition.
I think, that's just,
Yeah.
We have had our footage shared around for exactly those reasons. When plays happen, then they get passed around, but that's okay. And that's also a fair use case.
Mhm.
If someone takes a clip out, a 15-second clip out of a game, good.
Right.
Not the whole thing. Whilst hiding the watermark
Yeah.
and putting your own banner on the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah, that's different.
I mean, you're at the game. Just shoot the game, right? Instead
Well,
of shoot the game
I
on the
think this
game.
was a player.
He was in the game.
He's in the games.
Oh.
You got done after he did this.
Okay.
Oh
I don't
my
know why
goodness.
you'd rebroadcast a loss, but
Maybe it was a long, wet bus ride home.
Right. Interesting, okay, well.
But now that I also know that it's a younger person, it does make me more inclined to say, have a meeting, sit down with this person and explain that this isn't the ethical way to do this. No, I mean, I guess you guys will.
But it's,
do that, huh?
not only happens just on YouTube, but there's other ways to do it, right?
There are all kinds.
TikTok, Facebook, all those things can be restreamed as well.
Yes.
Right, so. it's-
there's people using our live broadcasts for other means as well. And-
Right.
This isn't the only instance. This
Yeah.
is just particularly egregious, and the one that happened this weekend.
Default to LUD on that?
I don't know, I'll talk to him about it,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know what he.
There's gotta be other communities that have similar
That's why
policies.
it has to go to, because I don't know much about copyright law, and I don't think Blood deals with copyright law every day, but, it's just,
I
You could
think,
put something out to the other cities, right? I
we
mean,
just need to talk to somebody at WCM or whatever it is.
yeah, I read through the documentation a little further today after our conversation, and I think I'm going to file a complaint on YouTube. And it looks like the worst thing that'll happen is that I'll have to retract the complaint. That'll be the worst possible thing that can happen, if they determine that somehow it's fair use for this person to do that.
We'll keep our eye on it.
Seems unlikely, but,
Right.
yeah. but-
Should we meet next month, knowing that we want to update on the copyright, we have the staffing update, and then do we want to look at the budget proposed before we submit it? Or you're saying that if there's no changes, there's nothing really to review?
I genuinely don't think there's a lot to review.
Okay. Okay.
Do you wanna play it by ear?
Yeah, we can play by ear, that's no problem.
I think we just need to make progress on,
But,
What day would that be?
October 10th,
October
it's
10th?
a holiday,
Oh, it's a holiday?
yeah.
Well,
what do you mean?
not around here.
Columbus Day, Indigenous People Day. So
We're
that is,
open.
that's I figured, but it is a postal holiday, right? So,
Right, well, if you can't go to the post office, you might as well come here.
so I'll, you know, if we want to, we certainly can. That's no problem.
Fine with me.
Okay. All right, so keep your eye on the email and we'll see where we go on that. So-
All right.
Otherwise, I'll obtain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you, Travis.
Thank you guys.
Have a good one, you too.
I believe the mission on here. Have we always had the mission on
Yep.
here?
Just so keep it in the forefront.
Good stuff, Jason.
Oh.
Good